So the first card you have, you passed, is the Hermit. Okay, so this feels like there's something there that is something that you should be doing. It feels very important. It feels like something that deep down you have always wanted to do. It's right there in front of you. There's something that you need to do to be able to get to this thing. I'm seeing that really, really, really strongly. I'm seeing this right up at the beginning. It feels very important to me. It feels like some kind of an opportunity. You can reach out, touch this. It's right there. There's also a little fear around this. So I think to get to this thing, there's a fear that you're going to have to get across to get to this. Now, I don't know what this is, but it feels like something that's quite easy for a lot of people to, or you think, oh, everyone else can do this. I can't do this. I don't know what it is. It's some small thing. I have all sorts of little things that other people can do very easily that I can't, because I have lots of different kind of anxiety, all kinds of different kind of things around things. I'm very odd, very strange person, but I'm not really, because everyone has certain little things. Now there's some kind of thing like that. Now it feels to me like some kind of communication that you need to make to get to this thing. It feels like an opportunity. It feels like work. It's right in front of you, but you're not taking it because of this fear. And I'm seeing this because if you look at this Hermit, he's got this lantern in front of him, and it's got this beautiful star inside. And to me, that's like a star of hope and a star of opportunity. And it's lighting up everything else is dark, and that's where the light is. That's what you'd really like to do deep down. But he's not looking at the lantern. He's not looking at that. He's looking down. He's actually not looking. He's got his eyes closed, but he's facing down. So it's right there in front of you, and you're not looking at this thing. You're not focusing on this thing. I think there are times where you wake up in the night and think, oh, I'd really like to do that. It's something I've wanted to do since I was a teenager or younger. It's something like that. And you could imagine yourself doing this thing. And now when it's kind of there, you're probably going to have to do a few things to get this. And you might also have to sacrifice something that's going on now for you to do this. So you're kind of going, oh, it's right there. All you have to do is do this. I actually don't think you'll have to sacrifice anything. I think you're really, really overthinking this. But I know when you have fears or even phobias, it might be something like that. It's very hard to get across that border to get to what you want. It feels like a phone call. It might not be. It feels like a phone call. It feels like some kind of contact. It might be that this person you need to contact is someone who you'd rather avoid. It might be that. It might be that you have to contact certain things. There's a lot of worry around this, a lot of anxiety. Now, you have been in hermit mode for a while. I think you've started to get out of this hermit mode now, just started to. I think you needed to be in this hermit mode. But the time now when you're getting out of this hermit mode, this is the message here. I know you probably feel all horrible when you think about doing this actual thing. It's the right thing for you to do. I've seen this before in your readings. I'm sure I have. If I have seen this before in your readings, it's really making me feel like deja vu here. If this has been in your readings before, definitely do this, because if something keeps coming up again and again and again, it's not going away. It's going to keep on coming up, because the messages in these cards, they want to tell you something. They want to tell you something, and they want you to hear it. And if you ignore it, it just keeps coming up again and again. So there's something you've wanted to do. You've always wanted to do this. There's a fear in front of you that's stopping you from doing this, or something like that. And you feel a little bit down about yourself, because you think, well, everyone else can do this. Why can't I do this? Oh, I'll put it off. I won't do it now. Oh, I don't think I can. I'm going to forget about this whole thing. That's the kind of thing that you go through in your head. So what the message here, whether you like to hear it or not, whatever, is that you've got to do this. You'll feel so much better once you do this. You'll just feel so much better about yourself. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes, hold your nose like a child that's about to jump into the swimming pool, and just do this. You'll feel so much better when you just imagine yourself after you've done this really, really difficult thing. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Okay, so I'm not going to say any more about that, but that's what I'm seeing in that card. And I don't want to put pressure on you, but the cards are trying to put pressure on you. I've got to say that's what I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is, yeah, I'm getting congratulations, the word congratulations. I don't know if there's some kind of special date coming up, anniversary, a birthday, some kind of party, or some kind of gathering. It might not be a party, it might just be when people get together. It's something where it feels a bit like a reunion. It might not be, but it's a group of people you haven't seen for a while. You're going to get together and talk to them. Now, someone knows this. Someone knows that you're going to do this. I don't know how. Someone knows that you're going to be at this thing or something. Might not be a party, but it's something where there's a group. Now, they know you're going to do this. I don't know why, but they know. Now, or how, I should say. I don't know how. Now, what's happening is they're going backwards and forwards in their mind. They're going backwards and forwards, round and round in the mind. Oh, I really want to contact them. Oh, I can't contact them. What I'll do is I'll go to this thing. This is the kind of thing they're thinking. They're going to go to this thing. Oh, it's coming up. Here's my excuse. I can go to this thing. I can talk to this person. I can say congratulations. And then they'll start the conversation, and then we'll be able to talk, and then I'll get closer to them. That's the kind of thing this person's thinking. They want to get close to you. So yeah, I don't know if it's an anniversary, a birthday. It might just be that you've achieved something, and they see that as a reason to connect again, because it feels like, oh, congratulations, I can say congratulations or something like that, and now's my chance, now's my excuse. I need an excuse to talk to them. So yeah, expect to hear from someone from your past. Not just hear for them, they're going to come and talk to you. They're going to walk up to you and talk to you. That's what I'm seeing. Walk up to you and talk to you. Yeah, they're obviously a bit nervous about talking to you because they feel as if they have to make an excuse to talk to you. Okay, this is a bit strange. I'll just say this anyway, because people have said, oh, if you see strange things, just say, which I never do, but I am now a lot more. I'm seeing trees. It's a bit like a forest. So, well, it might be Christmas trees, I don't know. So maybe you'll see them at a Christmas party. Might be that, I don't know. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it might be some kind of outdoor thing. I don't know. So just know, if you do go to some kind of, even if it's a small gathering, even if there's like 4 or 5 people, or even if it's a bigger party or whatever this is, if you do go to something and you see someone from your past kind of come out of nowhere and appear and come and talk to you, especially if there's some kind of an old love dynamic between you, old kind of sparks getting between you, or whether you kind of sense some kind of dynamic there like that. Especially if it's that, just know that they didn't come out of nowhere. They absolutely did not. They planned to see you. And this is someone who plans what they're doing. They think about this. So they plan to see you. They've done this on purpose. So just know that. Okay, so the next card you have for your past, the King of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so this king's passionate. He wants to do something. He's thinking very hard about what he's going to do because he's sitting there. He's not getting up yet. So that's what's happening. They're sitting there, they're thinking about, okay, how I'm going to orchestrate this, how I'm going to meet up with this person, how I'm going to see them. Maybe we could do this. Maybe I could go here. I might see them there. They're thinking all these kinds of things. Because, there's this lizard behind this king's head. It's kind of spinning around, and I always see that as someone's mind turning around and around. Yeah. I keep on seeing this person. I keep on seeing face to face. They're going to see you face to face. I keep on seeing this person walking up and talking to you face to face. Now's my chance. Now's my chance. Now I can talk to them. Yeah, there's magic here. I don't know why there's magic here. They think that you're okay. They're very passionate about you. There are a lot of sparks here, lots and lots of sparks coming from them anyway. I don't know about you, but coming from them, they kind of feel these sparks. They have this energy, this kind of passionate energy. It might all be in their head because of this lizard that's turning around and around. Might not be. I don't know how you feel about this person. They really feel the sparks. They feel the magic. I keep on seeing that word magic, and you've got the magician here as well. So that's kind of how they feel about you. I don't know if you want to hear this, but it just makes me, when I hear the word magic, it just makes me think of these lizards that are in this card, and they're in a lot of the wands cards. And it just, okay, I'll just tell you a bit about the lizards. In the Italian Renaissance, which is the time when these cards are based, the illustrations are based in the Italian Renaissance, people used to think lizards were actually magical, and they're associated with fire. That's why they're on the wands cards, and people used to think, oh, they're magical because people used to kind of keep logs and wood outside for their fires. And, in summer and springtime, they'd sit outside, and then winter had come and they'd bring the logs in, put them in the fire. And once they were placed on the fire, all the smoke and everything came out, kind of looked like magic, when you see a magic trick and dry ice and smoke comes out. So you can imagine people are sitting around their fire, smoke's coming out. And then these lizards had come crawling out, because obviously it's hot. The lizards had come crawling out. And they're like, oh, look at these magical creatures coming out of the fire. Lizards are magical. So that's what they used to think. So that's why when you see all these wands cards in their fire, you see lizards everywhere. So I just wanted to say that. You probably don't care about that, but it just made me think of that when I was seeing magical. But yeah, anyway, they have a lot of very passionate feelings about you. Magic, passion, all that thing. They want that kind of magical electric connection with you. The thing puts a bit of a downer on it, I know, but I don't know if you're going to be as enthusiastic as they are. I just have to say that. So that might make you narrow it down to who they are. It might not, I don't know. It just feels, I might be wrong, it just feels that way to me. It feels like all the fire and magic and everything is all coming, pretty much all coming from them. You might change your mind, I don't know what you're going to do, but that's how they feel. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the last card, I just cracked my knuckle, sorry about that noise. The last card you have your past is the Eight of Swords, yes. Okay, so there's a kind of feeling of, it feels like disconnect, it feels like not quite matching up. And this feels like someone that you were talking to, someone you might have been trying to get close to at some time. And I think this was when you were just coming out of this hermit mode and you said, okay, I'm going to reconnect with a few people. I'm seeing you trying to talk to this person. I don't know whether it's, I don't know, but it was someone, I don't know, I can't quite see who this is. All I'm getting here is it feels quite awkward. It feels like a really awkward connection. It's not the same person that has this passion for you. This is a completely different person. It feels like a platonic connection, actually. Now, it feels very, very awkward. It feels like you couldn't quite connect properly. It feels like you had two pieces of Lego and they were wrong and you're trying to put them together and it didn't quite work properly. Very, very awkward. Don't blame yourself for this awkwardness, because I'm feeling that you're kind of thinking, oh, that was awkward. What did I say? What did I do? Oh, no. Don't ever blame yourself. I don't think there's anything you did that was strange or awkward or anything like that. Never do that. Never think that about yourself. I think this was absolutely fine. I think this person is just not the right person for you to have around. I really don't think you just clicked with them properly. It's nothing to do with you, nothing to do with them. It's just one of those things. I really wouldn't worry about that. I think you are going through a shift. I've seen this in your last reading as well, actually, or one of your other readings. It's the shift that you're going through. And I think you are becoming more of yourself, if that makes sense, more comfortable in yourself. It's this thing that's been happening for a while. It's still happening now. Now, I think once that all happens, once you get to the end of this, you'll just easily be able to connect with the right people really, really quickly. Automatically, it's like you're going to have this radar to pick up, okay, who's right for me? They're right, they're wrong. You'll know this right away. You really, really will. And I think it's going to be really good for you. You're going to be able to embrace the right ones, reject the wrong ones. I know that sounds like a horrible reject button that you press and everything falls down. I don't mean that. It's just you need to have the right people around you and not the wrong ones, because you're really like that yourself, I think. You're a bit, don't be angry. You're a bit kind of love them or hate them. Oh, some people are like, oh, I love that person. Other people are like, oh, I hate that person. I'm a bit like that too. So it might be an Aries thing, but you're a bit like that. So it works both ways. You know, people might, oh, I love this person. I hate this person. You're like that to people as well. You're like, oh, I love this person. They're such a fantastic, cool person. I love being around. And then you get to someone else and like, oh, I can't bear to be around that person. They really drive me, you know, so it works both ways with you. That's what I'm seeing. So when you get through this, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable about that. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable about, okay, I want to embrace this person. I get along straight away with them. They're the one I want. They're not. Goodbye. I think in the past, you've had a lot of people around you that they've pretended to be one thing as well. And, you know, but they're actually the opposite. A few people have been like that in your life. That's a big thing that's going to change as well when you get through this thing. You know, you'll be able to instinctively stop that before it gets to that stage. So you've always had that up to a point, but it's going to be really strengthened and sharper now, and it's going to be immediate. You're going to be like, yes, no, that's what I'm getting. So don't worry about that awkwardness or any of this disconnection. That's what this is. And it's going to become more and more for you. It's like your senses are sharpening. It's like, okay, this person's right, this person's wrong. I know I'm repeating myself, and I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but I just hope someone understands that somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next one because I'm just overly explaining and it's getting worse. The first card you have, your presence, not a motorbike, but it's the Magician. Okay, so, again, this is a reminder to you. This is a reminder, again, you've got this thing that's right in front of you. There's a bit of fear there. You can't quite get to the thing. The Magician's here to remind you, you are the magician. You can do this. You have all the tools in front of you. They're right in front of your nose, just like this magician has all these tools in front of his nose. And you know what? This feels work-related. It feels work-related, but it feels like fun work. It feels really fun. It feels quite easy. It feels very free to me. A little bit exciting, a little bit like adrenaline. A little bit like, oh, this is exciting and scary at the same time. And, oh, why am I doing this? I can't believe I'm here. That's the kind of energy I'm getting around that. If you recognize that and that reminds you of something, that's what this is. So it feels very easy in a way, but also a bit nerve-wracking at the same time. So I don't know if that helps you. The other thing is, if you're single and if you've been single for a while, and you know, if you've been looking for a relationship, or even if you're not, I think there are a few people who are interested in you. I'm definitely seeing more than one person who's interested in you. Might be two, might be more. This is a little bit strange here. I'm seeing a sort of a chase going around in circles, and I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune as well when I'm seeing that, because obviously that's a big wheel turning around. So I'm going to talk about that as well here now. So yeah, I'm looking at this wheel. It's kind of turning around and around. Now there's a jackal underneath this, which is like that red, strange kind of subhuman, fox's face kind of thing. That's a jackal. So there's this jackal coming around underneath. Now, jackals, they're really sneaky animals. They're known as kind of being really sneaky. There's also a snake. So we all know what snakes can represent. They can represent positive things, but when you have a jackal and a snake together, obviously it's something a bit sly, sneaky, all that kind of thing. Now, they're coming around this wheel, so someone's chasing you. This is going to sound quite harsh, but you don't want whoever's chasing you. You don't want the jackal and the snake. You do not want the jackal and the snake. I've had a few jackals and snakes chasing me as well. I didn't want them either, so I understand. But yeah, so there's this wheel turning around and around. People are chasing you. There are also people that you are attracted to or interested in. It's not that you're desperately attracted to them, but people you're attracted to, and it feels like you're kind of chasing them, and you can't quite catch up with them. So it feels like people are chasing you, and you're chasing them round and around, and nobody can quite catch each other. That's what I'm getting. So, and this wheel can also be about turning your circumstances around, or even turning your life around. So what this tells me with these two things I'm seeing here, being chased around by a snake, and also you're chasing someone around that you're attracted to that doesn't quite want to be interested in you. So it's like who you're interested in isn't interested in you. You're not interested in whoever's interested in you. I know does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to someone. Anyway, you're going around and around. So when you go through this shift, when you get through this whole shift, once you've finished this and you're settled, you're in your true self, you're comfortable in yourself, that's when, again, the right people are going to turn around the circle and gravitate towards you. The bad ones are going to turn around in the other way, away from you. You'll know who the right ones are. You'll know who the wrong ones are. And instead of everyone chasing everyone around and around in circle, the right people are going to turn back around. They might not be the ones you're chasing now or thinking about now, but they're going to be the right people for you. They're going to turn back around, and you'll sort of meet each other in the middle. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing, I should say. Now, if you recognize yourself in this, again, it's normal. This is what I was seeing in the Eight of Swords. It's normal to feel this kind of discord before you come into that time of harmony, because you have to feel the contrast of those two things. You have to go, oh yeah, I didn't want that. Oh, that feels better to me. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that feels a lot better. It's a bit like music, how you have this tension and then there's a release, and a tension and a release. That's what I'm getting here. The right people are going to gravitate toward you. Friends, lovers, all sorts of people, everyone, they're all going to go toward you. You'll know them when you see them. You'll know them right away at a split second. Once you're through this, you'll know, especially in love. There won't be any chasing. There won't be anything like that. You'll just know, and it'll feel comfortable. Okay, this reading, I hope this makes sense. It's getting crazy to me. The last card you have for your present is the King of Swords. Yeah, again, letting go of the effort, letting go of worrying about who fits in with me, do I fit in with them? No more chasing, none of this thing. You're just going to feel so much freer when this whole thing is over, this whole roundabout's dropped. So go with the flow, try and let this happen. That's going to set you free. Look at the butterflies behind this king. So you're going to be set free. There might be a little bit of leftover heartache as well for you. You might still be thinking about someone else. Doesn't mean you miss them. Doesn't mean you want to be with them. It's just that you're reminded every now and again of that. I think if you start being reminded, I think you might get a bit angry with yourself sometimes. If you start feeling that and you get those feelings and those memories, and you start thinking about that person again, and you think, oh no. If you get that, don't be angry with yourself. Don't be mad at yourself. It doesn't mean you're not over them. You are over them. All it is something triggering off a memory. Might be music, might be something someone says, could be anything. Triggering off a memory, and that memory triggers off the feeling for you. That's all that is. That's all that is. So please don't be angry with yourself if that's how you're feeling. You're working your way out of everything. Sometimes when you go through this process, things like that pop up. People from the past come up, old feelings, all kinds of things pop up. But you'll absolutely get through this. I've seen this process for a while. I think you've been going through this for a little while. You're still getting that. You're still getting that. If this resonates with you, because I keep on seeing this. Okay, the first card you have for your futures, the Chariot. Okay, again, I don't know if this is going to make sense. This is another strange thing. I'm just saying what I see from now on, strange or no. So I'm seeing a group of people. I'm seeing you going to spend time with this group. I see a similar thing in the Hermit card. I think it was the Hermit card. It might be a Christmas thing. It might be a New Year thing, because I was seeing, I was seeing this event, and I was seeing trees. It sounds like Christmas, some kind of get together. Might not be a big party. Once again, might just be a small group. I don't know. It might be a few things you're going to. I'm seeing an empty space here. It's like an empty chair. So what that tells me is someone's missed. It feels like someone who should be there and they're not there. So whoever this is, I think they moved away or they went away. The feeling I'm getting is they had to be away. Maybe they didn't express why that was. Because I'm seeing, the man in this chariot, he's all kind of confined in this box. He's wearing armor. So it feels like they're not very approachable, this person, or it might be that they had to go away. Maybe they didn't explain why that was. Maybe they don't say a lot about this. Maybe it's something they're embarrassed about. It might be that as well. You might not know where they are. Might be that as well. Wherever they are, it feels as if they know that's where they're supposed to be. That's where they have to be. I'd love to be able to tell you they're happy. I can't say that. I have to be honest. I can't say that they are. I'm not getting happiness. I've got to say that. But they are safe. They're safe. They won't be away forever. I'm seeing that as well. They know they're missed. I'm picking up on that as well. So if this is for you, what I can tell you is they feel safe, secluded, sheltered. So I hope that helps someone. Sorry, my voice is getting really, really crackly, because do you know why? I was yelling at the microphone, my new microphone. I was yelling at it because it wasn't working. Yes, Aries. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so you got two money cards here. So yeah, this is about this thing. This is about this thing that you're afraid of. I don't want to keep talking about this, and I don't want to say much more, because this is getting a bit long now, I know. But both of these cards are about that. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which can be about, it could be about being independent. It can be having everything you need, can be being successful, all of that kind of thing. Success, being by yourself. Now, it can also be about settling with what you have, being content with what you have, especially financially. Now, that's a good thing. It's a good thing to be content. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, it's good. But there's this opportunity here. I can't help seeing it. It's there. I keep on seeing it. It has the potential to not just increase your money, but I'm getting this fun. I'm getting this fulfillment. I'm getting freedom. I'm seeing lots of talking around this, and I'm seeing running and walking as well. I don't know whether that has to do with anything at all. That's just what I'm seeing. But yeah, there's this longing that I'm seeing in this Page of Pentacles. He's looking at this coin. He wants it. But there's this fear, because he's holding it on the tips of his fingers. He's like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to drop this. I don't know if this is... So I'm getting that as well. Now, because you've got the Nine of Pentacles and then that, it might be that, you're worried about losing what you have if you chase this new thing. If that's what you're worrying about, I'm not seeing a risk here. I'm not seeing a problem involved here. There's no Fool card here. And the barrier actually looks small to me, even though I can see in this reading it looks big to you. But yeah, if I keep on getting this, I've got to say, I don't want to keep pressuring you, but if I keep on seeing this again and again and again, it's there for a reason.